stream. All right, are we streaming? Yeah, we're live. Cool. Let's get a link for the folks on Facebook. How's this usually done? I guess you can get a link before you actually start streaming, and then you could share it. That makes much more sense to me. Cool. Add to your post. Spending your dues responsibly. KVHC website. All right. Looks like we're live. Let's just get into this. People will come and they'll go as they want. How do I view the chat? There it is. Man, somebody's already watching. Amazing. Let's pop this chat out. Now everyone can see it. Cool. All right, so last time we streamed, only streamed for like an hour. But we got a couple of things set up for our site. We started to understand the way we can structure content in NetlifyCMS with Eleventy. So that was kind of cool. I'm gonna have to restart all this stuff. What do we run? What's the readme say? I think it's just npm run. Yeah, just run start. Cool. All right, so that should be working. I keep clicking the wrong browser. I think we're probably going to have to run a proxy command for Netlify. Yeah, so let's find that again. I think that's in package npx. No. All right. Cool. All right. So this works. Let's review the types of content we created. We created a basic page. Basic page has a title, featured image, a body, and then a publish date. That sounds right. And then we created an event. And events, local backup, that's cool. No, we don't care. A title, subtitle, a date, a location. Don't like this field. We can disable a bunch of these features, which is what we're going to do. It has a featured image as well, and it has a stream embed. We might change this depending on how this works. There's no reason for anyone to be able to choose a format based on a language. Body, description, guests, and resources. Okay. All right. So let's refine this a little bit. I don't want to get into a situation where we say it's good enough and then we create content and then we want to change it and then we have to figure out how to migrate field values from one type of widget to another. I just don't know how any of that stuff works in Eleventy, so I'm just going to roll with this. And we create these collections or collection types in the config.yaml within the admin directory. I don't think it always has to be in the admin directory, but I think that's the way this is configured. So I think most of the changes we want are in this event, starting with the location. We're using Markdown widget. Buttons, an array of strings representing the formatting buttons to display. So I'm going to guess let's get rid of that window. If we put an empty array in here, we will have no buttons in our location field. Yes. We do want to link though. We want to be able to link. So we'll put a link in there. This has to be a string. Yep. Enter the URL of the link. I'm guessing that we can just say Zoom meeting online, and we can select this, and then we can say yes, and now it's a link. We can also use this for addresses. 123 Main Street. And you can put breaks in here. Okay. That's better. All right, so that field feels pretty good. Stream embed. This was what kind of field? This was a code field. Code fields have allow language selection. We don't want that. We don't need a string. We need a boolean. Yeah, reload. Of course. All right, so theme. We don't care. I just want dark theme all the time. It doesn't look like you can choose theme unless it's a... No, it doesn't hurt anything though. It's just visuals. Keys, optional. Output code only. Set to true to output the string value only. Defaults to false. Okay, so we want this to be set to true, I believe. Yeah. We're gonna figure out how to output this data to a page as well today. So cool. And so the only thing you can change here is, which no one will ever do this, key map. Sublime Vim. Is that something we can? Set key names for code and lang if outputting an object. Okay, that seems fine. I'm kind of lost in this, where I put all my tabs. The body field. We don't need code in here. Or do we? No, we'll keep it. Guests. What's our design look like for guests? I think I want special guests and resources to be configured exactly the same as location. That makes sense to me. What did I say? Guests and resources? So we'll just copy that configuration into those. And then now we have some pretty clean fields for guests and resources. I don't see an out-of-the-box way to give a field multiple values. That's something we would normally want in a full-featured CMS, is we'd want to be able to create a guest field that's meant for one line of the special guests field. And then we would want to be able to configure it so we could have multiple values for that field instead of just one value being a rich text field or some kind of text area field here. But I think for the purposes of this site, this is fine. We don't need to. I don't think we're ever going to need to pull out guests from all of the events for anything. That would be cool, but we don't need to. All right, so events feel pretty good. Share this. This is not a field in this case. I guess it could be. You'd have to create a custom widget, I believe, and then but that's overkill. What else did we say we were going to do? All right, we could have maybe we already did this. We could have a stream. We could have a featured image and or a stream embed. So before the event's taken place, we use a featured image to tease it. And then if a stream embed is available on the full display of the event, we replace the featured image, or we display the stream versus the featured image. Sorry, I bumped the mic. All right, that should be pretty cool. That should work. These settings came, it's interesting they're set up as a collection. Settings looks like they can be used for all kinds of different things, like like your navigation and your quick links and your meta settings. Navigation. So you can enter your navigation items right here. Quick links. Meta. Well, we're definitely going to have navigation. At least 3 items. Meetings, recipes, and contact. We will have a, in some sense, we will have a quick link for become a member. I guess we could use that as is. Cool. Let's go ahead and create a content or a collection for a recipe. We'll make this pretty simple. Let's see. Let's kind of drop that over there. All right. So we need a recipe, we need a machine name. What am I doing here? Folder, source recipes. Don't fight me on whether we use plural or singular. Create true. Again, I don't know why that would ever be false, but I'm a noob for Eleventy. Oh, the preview is cool. We should enable that. Let's turn this on here, and after we save, we'll see what that experience is like. Because I know they have an editor preview that we can use. I think it looks pretty cool. It's like sits off to the right. Let's see. Definitely need a title. That's a given. We definitely need a featured image. Is there a way to reuse these? That'd be kind of cool. I think there is. No. A relation widget allows you to reference items from other collections, from another collection. So you're just I think that's like if you wanted to, if we were going to create a profile for every member, and then you wanted to have a field where you could select their favorite recipe from the recipes on the website. The drop down would give you a list of all those recipes, and you could use it that way. So in this case, there's a post author collection. It's got a relation widget. The collection is referencing authors, the authors collection. It's searching the fields named up first and Twitter handle. And the value for this field, or the reference, it references the name.first, which I'm assuming has to be like a unique key. That's gonna be, I mean, how many people have the name Aaron, right? Well, you have 2 Aarons in your club. Maybe I don't know how this works. Interesting. That's for another time. We don't need it right now. You can group multiple widgets together, so that'd be kind of cool if you wanted to create maybe your own address field. You could have multiple fields. In this case, they have a profile. Inside a profile includes a boolean for whether their profile is public or not, a name, a birthday, address. Yeah, That could be useful if we were going to create a member directory. Cool. But yeah, I still don't see a way to create a field with multiple values. But I'm not going to worry about it. All right, back to recipes. What else do we need? A style. This could be. All right. Well, this is. We can. I don't want to over-engineer this. We could create a collection of styles, beer styles, so that you could have this nice list to choose from. But those never really change. I could just make this a select widget, so you have to enter the values, the options for the select. So inside there we would have like double IPA or Goza or hazy IPA, or all the different styles, pale ales. But if an editor other than me ever wanted to select one of those, they couldn't, because I'd be defining those in code and you'd have no way to enter those as an editor. So I think what if we wanted to add a search? What if we wanted to add a search to a recipe page, though? And we could search by types of recipes. If we make this a text field, then we won't be able to do that. Maybe we could. It just wouldn't be very performant. Let's just make it plain text for now. Gonna scoot this off to the side. Type. This should not be type. This should be style. I think we just want this to be a string. What else? This is except it's integers and floats. So let's make this a number. Let's be fancy. And then we'll make this a float. And the same goes for IBUs. Will not be a float. It will be an int. And then let's just stop for there for now. What else we need? We need like a body. People love to describe their beer. Let's make this a description though. What else? What else? Can we have a file? Like, what if we wanted to file picker button opens the media gallery. So if you wanted to export like a beer.xml, that would be cool. Let's do that. No. Wait, what is this? Why is this a file? Interesting. Well, we should have kept the formatting for this just because it's got a lot of data in here. This is a recipe export. File. Can I put this in like a recipes directory, config, multiple. I don't know if there's a reason to have multiple files. All right, we need to go look at the documentation here. Accept defaults. Accepts a file path string. To test this. Media library settings to apply when a media library is opened by the current widget. Media folder is in beta. That's the file path where the uploaded files will be saved specific to this control. Yeah, that's what we want actually. I don't know why it's in beta. Paths can be relative to a collection folder. Or absolute with references to the base of the repo, which needs to begin with /. So that goes down in media library. And it's just like this. All right. I think that's it. Uploads, recipes. Do we have uploads? We don't even have an uploads directory. I think I just copied that. Should we put this in our static directory? Or should we put this in like recipes, uploads? Not sure. We might regret this later. We shall see. Oh, looks like we have an error. Collections 2. Must have required property files. Alright, what do we got going on here? Can you see both? Yeah. Collections. So 012 recipe must have required property files. Must have required property fields. Does this fix it? No. Is it this collection at all? Yes. Something about this. Preview false. Create true. Name. Fascinating. I don't understand at all. Ah, this should be fields, not field. It's always a typo. Ridiculous. Cool. Oh. Make sure you fine folks can see this. So recipe, we can create a new recipe. Oh, we have a little preview window to the right. If we say this is like, what recipes do we have? We've got the Queen's berries. Cool. So I guess it'll give us a preview on the right of a component if we build one. There's no control for the widget name. There's no control for the widget name. Do we name both of these name? No. Widget. Oh. These should both be strings. No. These should both be numbers. All right. Yes, reload. No. So this is a number field, and this uses the input type of number. Cool. Yeah, and you can include the step and the min-max values in here for a number. So this could be like 4.5. If I put 4.5 in here, will it let me? Will it let me do like, oh, it won't. Nice. Won't even let me put floats in here. Okay, I like that. Description. Recipe export. Let's go search the internet for, I have to do a Google search. What's the beer XML standard? View the standard? No, I want to. Okay, this has 3 recipes. Oh, I can have multiple recipes. Cool. I can have 5 yeast profiles and water profiles. I've never actually looked at the beer XML standard before. I thought it was cool that there was one. So we will try to encourage this, because I know you can export it from a lot of different applications. Let's copy the link address. Nope, that's featured in yeah, recipe export, insert from URL. Put this recipes thing in here. Cool. Sample beer, featured image. Let's just grab an image. Copy the address. Pop that in there. Look at that. Beer. Style will be beer. Lorem ipsum. Okay. Now let's hit publish. Entry saved. It's gonna take us. I thought it would take us to the content dashboard, but I guess not. Why did that not take me back? Okay, so it's in here. We have sample beer. I'm really interested to see where this file was dropped. So let's go take a look. Okay, interesting. Is this not updated? Recipes directory is new. It created a sample beer.markdown file with all the data that we put in there. Oh, the URL field is a little misleading. Typically, or what I would expect, is that when you use a URL in a field like that, it would download the resource from the URL. But that's not what it does. It just references that. Okay, good to know. Let's choose a different file. Let's upload a file. Oh dear. Don't want to put my private business on the internet. And then I don't know how it works on Mac, but at least on Windows, you can just put the file URL in the file name field and click open, and it downloads it to a temp directory, and then it lets you upload that from there. So there's a recipes1.xml. Let's choose that one. All right. Weird. Did it get uploaded to the static image directory? No. Let's publish. What's it do when I publish? Entry saved. Where is this? Source static image. Source static image. I don't like that. This is not an image, so it should not be in the image directory. How do we configure this? Media folder, shouldn't that be it? Recipes uploads. Back to the documentation here. File, data type, file, path, string. Okay. Media folder. Is this what it means by beta? It doesn't work. Paths can be relative to a collection folder or absolute with reference to the base of the repo, which needs to begin with /. So should this have been source recipes uploads like this? Okay. I hope you can see this. Yeah. Let's see. It still put it inside this image directory. The media folder seems to be ignored. To the internet. Using an empty string for media folder doesn't default to the main one. string. That shouldn't be there. Oh wait, this is an image. Image. Why is this so confusing? Beta features. Static media. Public folder, static image. Aha! Maybe that's the problem. The media folder and the public folder. I just want an example. Yep, someone else is confused. All right, we're going to skip this problem for now. Sorry, I just got a message from our club presidente. All right. Let's wait to implement that. I'll figure that out later. All right, let's put in some sample content. Let's kind of grab our recipes here. Let's make an event. Call this one Brewing Water Chemistry. You can like never type when you think people are watching. All right, so this is going to be. Let's just pick something in the future. It doesn't matter. The format sucks. Is this 24-hour time? Yep. Lame. How do we do this? No, we can't just type in there. Oh, I do not like this widget. How am I supposed to like do 230? I really have to do this? That cannot be right. Date time. Widget, date time, default, date format. It's not using that date format, is it? So that's doing day. Did I put that in there like that? Oh man. Can we do this? I like this format better. What kind of curious. I don't remember the format. The format syntax. I like this. That's not the way to format this. Not at all. Date time. Format. Set storage. It's a Moment.js token. Okay. Let's go look at Moment.js tokens. Month name and locale set by moment.locale. I like the month name, don't you? Let's use 3 M's. 3 M's. And then the day of the month. Let's just use what's our styling require? Let's just use 1D. Because I think if we use 2 Ds, it'll do 0 padded. And then the year is day of, no, we want 2-digit year, 4-digit year. Yep. let's adjust the time as well while we're here. Stop it. Use an A. We want 12-hour time. Lower H for the hours. Minutes is a lower M. We want 0 padded there. So H, MM, and then I think this is an A for APM. Look at that. June 11th, 2021, 8:10 p.m. That looks good. I like that. I don't like the way the date picker works still though. No, this is not acceptable. If we're not changing the format that it's stored in, then I think we can come back and fix the way the widget works at another time. The time is the thing that's a pain in the butt. All right, what were we doing? We got some upcoming events to enter. I cannot believe this is the way you have to enter times. Ah, the location. Let's see if we can just grab this text. Whoa. Thanks, Figma. Goodness, it's a lot of content. And so that would be a link. Choose an image. Beer image. Let's go get one. These images are going to be displayed in Landscape orientation. I don't know if we can auto crop images yet. Copy image address. Let's just do a remote image because I don't really want this in the repository. I don't know how they store these assets. I don't know if it always gets stored in the repo or if there's a way to store this offsite. Stream embed. Let's go get some Lipsum text. One of the things I was most curious about was the editor experience within Eleventy. Like if this would be okay to use for, say, a small business website or something like that, where you had editors that weren't experienced. Like, how friendly can you make this admin experience? I don't know. Bobby Brown. Let's link that to like Google and a resource. Brewing water spreadsheet. Let's just link to the website. Cool. Oops, you missed a required field. Where? Oh, the stream embed is required. We don't want that to be required. We have to say it's required false. I'm not going to save this yet though, because I'm just going to do this because I don't have to refresh the page, even though it looks like it does something with local storage, I believe. To store that in the browser if you leave the page. But this is false now, so I should be able to take this out. Publish. Entry saved. I'm getting errors down here. Date front matter value is invalid. Why? Date front matter value is invalid. Let's just look that up. It's not a valid YAML or UT string? I thought this was configured to save it Where's this date field? Default date format, date time format, format, LLL. Isn't that the default? Sets storage format accepts moment.js tokens, defaults to raw date object. Let's just take that out. I don't know where we got that, but publish date time. Well, there's nothing to find there. Let's go see if this broke our content. There's no errors that time. And then if we go check this, saved it in the right format. So that works. So this is the same content that we entered in the admin GUI. It's nice to kind of look at the markdown version of that. If we create a new version of this and we name this, can I actually type it in here? What's the other event? Club Cookout and Competition. That is tomorrow on Saturday. Summer is here. If I save that, I believe if I go back to the dashboard, it's here. Look, Club Cookout and Competition. So you can make content either way. Pretty slick. Alright, so now that we have two events, something else I wanted to kind of get my head wrapped around is how we display this content. Cool. Alright, so let's go back to the front end of the site. Localhost. I clicked a link. Alright, I'm tired of all this stuff. Here we are. Here's the home page. Welcome to Neat Starter. This is the starter kit. I'm still going to keep config.yaml open. Let's try to create an events page. There are pages. There's a page for Big Brew, Little Brew. We configured that for basic pages. This is not a basic page. This is like a special, what would you call it, layout? I think posts are blog posts. Yeah. Blog index.html. So this is called front matter, as I understand it. This is kind of like some information you can provide for this file. So if there's a blog, and this is the index for displaying all the posts, it makes sense to me that we would create a directory called event. I don't know. Does this become like a / blog? Uh-huh. Don't really like the way that's set up. I'm regretting this decision about making this events directory. What happens if we go to just /events? Because there's no HTML in there, it's just Markdown. Cannot get /events. I bet it's got to have an index in there. Well, I guess we could just do this. Index.html. And we'll just kind of copy this. And then we'll say layout blog. Where do we define layouts? Uh-huh. So saying layout kind of like extends in Twig. So if we say layout default here, if we just go to /events now, I believe we'll get this same sort of page, but the layout will be different. Hey, we did it. Okay, so you can say collections dot. What's our connection? What's our thing called here for events? Dot event and post data title. We have a title. We have URL. We don't have. Do we have? Yep, we have date. We don't have an author. Do we have a description? We have a body. We don't have a description. We should probably add a description, but we're just going to use a subtitle here. And I think you got a URL for free. And if we do this, I think we're going to see our 2 events on the page. Of course we don't. Do we get errors in the browser? Nope. For that should not make any difference at all. Okay. All right, we do not understand how this blog page works. Layout blog. This is our blog. Do we have to? So can I just say layout blog? Nope, wrong thing. No. wonder if can we get anything to show up on events? What am I missing here? So if we go to this index right here, we just stick all this in there, I get our blog. And I can change the title. If I change this to the default layout, I lose the title. I guess the default layout doesn't have. It does have a title. I don't know how this works. Well, let's make an events include here, title, what do we have in our upcoming events? Join us for an upcoming event. We do subtitle too. Join us. How did we? Okay. That didn't work at all. Layout default. So I guess the default layout has to have a subtitle. Haha. There's the test. It worked. So I don't know what this is for. I don't understand. So all of this, everything underneath the front matter ends up going into this content safe section. So I'm guessing when this file, this layout, uses the events, the title and the subtitle override anything that's up here. If I put parent in there, that just should not show up. And then if I don't have a subtitle here and I'm extending the layouts event, then I get the default. All right, so that's the way to set defaults. Cool. I like that. All right. So now back to understanding. This is the events list. Collections.event. It should be collections.event for let's rename all these event. This is spelled incorrectly. No errors down here. I don't get any content though. Let's go to Eleventy and look at their documentation, because I have not studied this. I think it's probably what we want. There's a whole section for using data here, so when you define layout in the front matter, it wraps the current template with a layout template found in the includes folder. That's up here. Okay. Working with templates, collections, and using tags. All right. For a blog site, your individual post files may use a tag called post, but it can be whatever you want. In this example, my post has a single tag post. This will place my post into the post collection. think this is an older version of Eleventy. Syntax does not look the same. Oh. How do we, can we just spit all this stuff out in collections? It's probably just gonna put, yep, object. Fun. Can we? Here's a very basic but common pattern. Yeah, that's what we're trying to do right now with events. There's something very screwy going on here. Does this work? What does this show on the page? Nothing. For some reason I feel like there's no data in collections related to any of the content we've created. Do we have to like do we have to build this again? out of curiosity, let's try to change this to event in the blog page and see if, nope, we don't even get any content there. Okay. So I don't know how to see what's inside collections. You would think a collections object would be this. And it would contain all this stuff would be wait a minute. Collections.post. Okay. Yeah, that's what I thought. There are no collections with the machine name of post. Nothing. There's a directory called posts with a posts.json. Oh, is this a tagging thing? Someone's texting me. Maybe they know about Eleventy. Oh, no. Cool. It's not what we want to do. We want to tags. Do I have to do something stupid like this? Please tell me this is not going to work. I don't understand why you have to do that. Okay. Oh boy. All right. Let's look at this. All right. We're only getting one event. I thought I took that by text out. If event.data.description shouldn't that give me the title? It still doesn't appear that we have were we supposed to add tags? I'm not sure. I'm still not sure how this works. I think what was happening when I put added a tag here. I think what I was doing is it was actually grabbing this document and putting the title of upcoming events down here in this title. I think really what we need is like if I tag, stop, what is going on here? If I put tags event here in this markdown, put it in, it's failing. Date front matter value is invalid for brewing water chemistry. Well, of course it is. Let's do this manually. All is well. Collections.event. So now we have two markdown files with the tag of event, and then if we go back to this page, it shows us our events. So everything's based on this tag. Yeah, I don't really understand that. And then this gives us content. Yay. Alright, we put some stuff on the page. I'm going to figure out some of these details off stream. But real quick, I don't understand this tag business at all. Are they doing something weird in Eleventy? Nope. Okay. All right, cool. Well, I think that's stream for the night. I hope this was as painful for you as it was for me. And we'll keep riding on the struggle bus until we understand Netlify and Eleventy, and we get to the cooler parts of building this site. Thanks, folks. Have a good night.